Hi everyone, in this practical math video, let's look at a primary school before and after math word problem and learn how to solve it with model drawing, alright? After watching this video, feel free to hop on Practical to practice Singapore math in a fun and personalized way. Now let's read this before and after math word problem together, alright? Mike had 130 stamps and Wayne had 74 stamps. How many stamps must Mike give to Wayne so that both of them have the same number of stamps? After reading this math word problem, a question that might pop up in your mind is, how do we know that this is a before and after question? Well, that's a fantastic question to ask. Whenever we talk about a before and after problem, there are always three parts to the problem, okay? First, we'll start with the number of items in the before situation, and then something happens, and because of that change, the number of items changes in the end. Now let's see how this works in our problem, alright? We start off knowing how many stamps Mike and Wayne has, correct? So this is the before situation. And remember what we said about a change happening? So what is the change that you see here? Mike decides to give Wayne some stamps, correct? And because of that, what happens in the end? Mike and Wayne ends up having the same number of stamps. And this is the after situation that we're talking about. Now that we have understood what makes a before and after problem, let's draw a comparison model to see how we can solve such problems, alright? Mike had 130 stamps and Wayne had 74 stamps. To start drawing the model, let's decide who has more stamps, okay? When we compare 130 and 74, which number do you think is bigger? 130 or 74? 130, correct? And good job if you got that right. Let's draw a long bar to represent the stamps that Mike has, and a shorter one to represent the stamps that Wayne had. See how our model shows the relationship of stamps between the two boys? Now don't forget to put in all the information that we have into the model, alright? So let's write 130 in Mike's box and 74 in Wayne's box. And this will help to remind us of how many stamps each of them had. Following so far? Now let's see what we can tell from our model. When we compare the number of stamps between Mike and Wayne, we can find the difference in the number of stamps between them by subtracting 74 from 130, correct? And what do you get when you do that? I hope you got 56 stamps. And what is the question asking us to find? How many stamps must Mike give to Wayne so that both of them have the same number of stamps? Let's think about this question in terms of our model, okay? The trick to solving this question, my dear friends, is to think about how the change affects the number of stamps that each boy has. When Mike gives Wayne some stamps, what do you think happens to the number of stamps that Mike has? His number of stamps will decrease, correct? And this means that his bar should somehow become shorter. Agree? And how does this change affect the number of stamps that Wayne has? Since he's the one getting all the extra stamps, Wayne's number of stamps will definitely increase, correct? So this happens bit by bit until a point where both of them have the same number of stamps. And their model will look like this in the end. So we have two bars that are equally long. And for that to happen, can you see that all we need to do is to divide this difference of 56 stamps evenly? When we divide 56 by 2, we are going to get 28. And this is the number of stamps that Mike must give to Wayne so that both of them have the same number of stamps. After watching this video, I hope you have a better understanding of how the before and after model works. If you want to challenge yourself to more math word problems, don't forget to grab your free trial at Practical, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye!